Greetings one and all. This is another Rhino Barrows Nersville. This one is on my favorite fight in anime. As you're well aware, that I have no qualms, no hiding the fact that I'm an anime fan. This fight is not on as you know, I do love Naruto, I do like Dragon Ball Z, I do like Soul Eater and all of them. But my favorite fight in all of anime belongs to Kenichi, history most mighty. Let's go up here. History's strongest disciple, or the history's most, or Kenichi, history's strongest disciple, or history's strongest disciple Kenichi, whatever way you want to say it. It is the fight between him, Kenichi, and Ryuto. It is just so wonderful to think that in this fight there was no there's no energy beams, there wasn't any weaponry involved. It was just straight up, in your face, hard fist, knees, feet, iron up everything, It was just how the fight went on, and it was all over and the fight was over a badge, a simple little badge that you can pin on your persons. It was a yin yang badge that Ryuto and Kenshin, they were fist buds back when they were younger, but due to Ryuto wanting this particular badge, and it was like, spent quite a lot of money on the acquisition of those badges. Just so much emphasis on this whole, alright, you want to fight, boom. Not fight, but if you really, and it was also like it was more like since Kenichi got the one that Ryuto wanted from it was just Mew. Mew wanted a cat badge, where she had the yin yang badge. Kenichi had a kitty cat, and they just swapped. But yeah, it was just this whole over this one thing, the one badge. Ryoto learned how to fight from a martial artist that was more, kill, dismember, mutilate, devastate your someone who is weaker than you. But Kenichi was taught to fight and virtually, like, more or less protect people who are weaker. It's more, fight delinquents, fight bullies, do a lot to be more, do a lot more to be a protector instead of a killer. But yet Ryoto's instructor or teacher or sensei was the head instructor for the school that Kenichi trained under. It was the battle. Oh man, I could just say that this battle, if it was steak, it would be filet mignon with a side of langoustine tails. Actually, if it was a meal, I'll say filet mignon with langoustine tails going down it, with vegetables grown in the highest peak of the Blue Mountains, made by the water from the streams that are running off Mount Everest. It's like all these high profile ingredients and that, all to put into one meal. And the sauce, blended beluga, caviar, and foie gras, mixed with the finest 300-year-old French champagne as the gravy of the filet mignon. I'm not talking about filet mignon from any European cattle. I'm talking about the Wagyu filet mignon, the most expensive form of beef, mixed up with its extremely expensive cut. And langoustines are a small lobster, large prawn. It's just had that much in-depth and enriching characteristics. Firstly, you see, firstly, it's Ryoto, then it's Kenshin, then it's Ryoto, then it's Kenshin, then it's Ryoto, then it's Kenshin. It's just that backwards and forwards dynamic of it, and just for them to get at it and to be, and just for Kenichi, sorry. So I got Ryuni Kenshin from Samurai. Kenichi, sorry. It's just Kenichi, Ryoto, Kenichi, Ryoto. It is the best in yin and yang sort of fights. I'm not talking about the yin and yang with the badge. I'm talking about yin and yang as in good and evil. One is simply just there to kill and to obliterate. The other one is there to protect. Protect. And when these two forces go at it, you know that something is going to go down. Something is going to go down hard and fast. And just in the fight, Kenichi just thinks back to some of the fighting styles that he was taught, from his senseis. Akisame, or Sensei Akemi something. Judo. Then you got Kinsai Mei. His style is Chinese Kempo. Sakaki Shio, Karate Master. Apache Hopachi, Muay Kickboxing. Kosakashi Guri Ninjutsu. And Furijin Hayato, which he's just say he's like he's a master of everything type deal. To have all these masters teach you all this stuff, and then you literally go, oh, okay, this is what I could use, Bang bang, goes a bit Muay Thai, He goes a bit on the Muay Thai, then he goes up with karate, then judo, kempo, and just swings around with the swings like do a bit of the ninjutsu type techniques, and all this stuff. Though the battle looks like you're on steroids, but still the fight is intense. And again, I cannot reinstate this fact more so. The reason why I love the fight so much, and I deem it as number one in all of anime, there's no firearms used, there's no weaponry used, there's no energy-based maneuvers, with, like in Dragon Ball you would have the Kamehameha wave or the Gun, or in Naruto you would have the Chidori or the Rasengan. Or even it's not, and also there's no drug or some sort of alternate thing that would get you to enhance your strength, or to make your strength, to have your body changing whatsoever, aka the devil fruit in One Piece, where you partake of it and something happens to your DNA. But still, and all these is just down to teaching, down to man versus man. Highly honorable. Also with weapon with Ryo Kenshin. Though one of those fights I would deem as number one weapons based fight, but this is the number one fight of all time. And it's just so much attitude, and so much one belief system destroy versus another belief system of protection, destroy, protect, destroy, protect. But both of them are using their fists and their legs to get the job done. You know, use their arms, legs. When I've watched this fight for the first time, I was like, whoa. Then I was like, okay, I'll watch it again. Whoa. The more I watched that fight, the more you go, alright, you want to be energy, you want to think energy-based weapon, energy-based attacks, you can have them, you know, they're not that good. You want to have your weapons? Okay, have your weapons. But to have this ultimate, in my books, the ultimate anime fight, Kenichi versus Ryoto. Man. Oh boy. Just thinking about that is making me sweat. And yeah, that's it. There's nothing more I can explain about the fight to you. One, you got a man who fought with a lot of heart, a lot of soul. Actually, both of them fought with a lot of heart and a lot of soul. But there's something in that you have to realize, and once it's down to man versus man, it will be down to the wire, or if it's just person versus person. Once it gets down to the wire, it gets down to the wire, and when it gets down to that sort of intensity, there's nothing you can actually do about it. I know people go, oh, what about that Goku versus Vegeta match in Dragon Ball? What about that Naruto versus Pain from Naruto Shippuden? Or the Neji versus Naruto fight in the during the training exams, and Goku versus Omega Shenron in Dragon Ball GT. Kenshin Homura versus this person from Rurouni Kenshin, that other person from Rurouni Kenshin. And if you want to get down to more like animal fights, what about Pikachu versus Onyx when Ash went against Brock for his first ever gym badge? I gotta give those matches props. I even have to say, Maka versus one of Death's former subordinates. There's so many great battles, but out of all the battles in anime, fights, I have beyond a shadow of a doubt, call this the best anime fight ever. Kenichi versus Ryoto. And as always, not just peace just yet. in closing, for me, the best anime fight has nothing to do with weaponry, has nothing to do with energy beams, has nothing to do with body modifications. For me, the best fight ever has to be more down to earth, in your face, man versus man or woman versus woman. I will never accept a mixed gender fight, because that's just wrong in my books. And that's just me now, and as always, peace.